So first of all, thank you to the Red Line for letting me borrow their tomatoes. What I want to talk to you today about is two things. One is carbon contracting, and then the other one is live carbon auditing. So we'll start with carbon contracting. When I purchased this shirt, the person who decided or initiated its production didn't know that I was going to buy it. What they did was, I was on faith. They thought, I'm going to make an Oxford shirt in dark blue, sell it, and someone will buy it. And when I purchased it, I completed the carbon contract. By that, I mean the scope 1, 2, and 3 emissions that were being there to make it. So that's the first thing. So I really want you to understand that when you purchase something, all of the carbon generators is on you because you purchased it and you completed that carbon contract. The next thing I want to talk about is the ability to know how much carbon is in something before you purchase it. So when I go to buy a sandwich, I personally know that a beef sandwich is 50 times worse for the environment than a chicken sandwich. I just know that. But I don't know whether my 255,000 mile BMW that's still running that and going is worth scrapping to replace with an electric car, bearing in mind that the existing car had to be made, fulfilled and specified and delivered. And so it already has a carbon debt of its own. So to then go and buy another car that has less emissions, but ultimately still needs to be built, I don't know the answer to that. You can't find the right information. These two tomatoes, let's say one comes from the UK and one comes from Portugal. How do I know when I go into the shop what the carbon footprint is of the two? And how can I realize the demand for a low carbon version? Is the one from the UK lower carbon than the one from Portugal? The honest truth is the one from Portugal is probably lower than the one from the UK, purely because of natural sunlight and all of those things. But in other areas, it might be different. How do I know that when there are two things on a shelf, whether one has been flown from China, one has come from the Suez Canal, or one has come through the Cape of the Horn of Africa, and the difference in the carbon of those two is different? So I want to know up front about the habits. I've spoken to the experts, professors, various sages, industry experts on each of the elements that could be done. Live carbon auditing is doable. You have to walk into a shop and see a red, amber, green in the same way as you can for the fruit you're going to eat and calories, salt and sugar. But it doesn't exist because there's not the desire to deliver it from those who are capable. But it does exist. I want you to know that. And I want you to know that when you do your purchasing, you're completing the carbon contract. Thank you.